So, what I'm doing here is I don't know if you can really see on camera, but I don't have a lot of time. I'm doing a quick live feed, and I realized today up in my feed, a memory came up, and I've had the Stihl one or ms150tc for about a year now. What's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy? Um, yeah, I've had this for a year now. I've put it through some really major use. This was actually a gift from Mike Frizzle, and Mike has a real good YouTube channel. You have to get a chance, go check him out. But yeah, this was actually a gift from Mike, and he sent me this. Blew my mind. Um, Still to this day, it's my favorite saw that I own because I, it's got that sentimental value. But on top of that, the saw is it's a workhorse. It is an awesome saw for anybody that is, on the edge, trying to decide whether they want one or not. Um, I would definitely buy one. What is up? Look like Popular Mechanic Shop or just popped up on here. You just got one, didn't you? Yeah, the saws are awesome. He just bought himself one. I've never tried the Echo, but I've never used an Echo saw that has the torque and power that a Stihl has anyway. So I can't give you a comparison between the little, but it's hard for me to believe that it could run any better. So I've used this saw for a year now. I know it's meant for pruning and stuff like that, but I did removals for a solid year, and I put this saw through the hardest use that you could possibly do. More than what the saw is made for, just because of that. I wanted to try. I was curious. I wanted to see what it could take, really. So it's okay. Here, Mike shipped me this. He used it for a little bit. He ran like a tank of gas through it, and said that he didn't really care for it. So he sent me it. Steve, yeah, he sent me this and said he didn't really care for it too much, and so I ran it once, and it seemed you you really have to watch how tight you get the chain. You gotta make sure you don't tighten the chain too much, because then it doesn't want to spin it. But definitely watch out for that. But yeah, I did the muffler mod on it. It was completely restricted when it come to air, and since that, like I said, I use this on almost every removal I do. It's amazing. Mike says he looked at the you look at the Echo. Yeah, see, I haven't heard too many good things about the. I mean, a couple people, and really, guys, what it probably boils down to is you're gonna get a bad saw here and there. If you can find it out quick enough, usually you can get it back to your dealership, switch them out, and they can work the kinks out in it. But I've had no issues with this saw. Mike sent it to me. I pulled it out of the box on video, yanked the pull rope, and he didn't even drain the gas and oil. He sent it to me full of gas and oil, and I fired it right up. It ran. I pulled the muffler out, did a little muffler mod to it, and it just ripped after that. I had no issues with it. So I was just doing, clean, maintenance on my saw today, and I have to go to my daughter's recital here in a little bit, so I don't have a lot of time. But I just kind of want to remind everybody to don't forget to switch your saws over to your winter settings. A lot of them in the back will have a little flapper. The 201 has like a little slide button on the side of it, and that changes your saws over to. Let me get this feed going again. Changes the saws over to winter, and I guess helps heat the oil and stuff like that a little better. So, you got a wet day there, Greg says. Oh, that sucks. Really? See, I love the saw. I've had no issues with it. It's not a personally. I've had more issues with trying to sharpen the chain than anything. A new chain on these is it's awesome, but trying to use it after sharpening it, I mean, it just doesn't. Maybe I haven't figured out that technique for the Pico chain yet, because you are dealing with the quarter-inch Pico chain and not your normal 3/8. So that may be the issue there. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe. But yeah, most of the saws you can pop your air cleaner off and get back in there and switch them over to your winter settings. If I could find another saw here. I think I just switched this 201 over. No, this isn't the 201. Yeah, I just switched this one over, and you find it back here. In the back, there's like this little. A lot of times you'll have this little piece right here, and if you look on it, there's like a little sun right there, and then or no, it's a snowflake, and then there's a sun on the other one. So it's just figuring out which one's which, and I think it helps heat the oiler, the tank of oil when you run it, and then keep it from burning up. I really need to clean that thing. But yeah. Other than that, what's everybody else been up to? Just wanted to kind of touch bases with you guys while I was putting my saw back together and getting ready to go see my daughter's recital. This thing is a ways away. Kind of difficult for me to see. What's up here? I'm scared now. I used it today for the first time with the muffler mod. It's a different saw. I love it more than the Echo already, and I'm gonna do a comparison video, but yeah, 100%. I know it sounds really silly to say that a simple muffler mod can do anything in helping the performance of the saw. But with EPA standards, I think nowadays they restrict these things so much to filter, the gas it burns. But there's just so much there. Opening that muffler up a little more, the saw just responded like it's night and day. I didn't really believe it at first, but after I did it, I had all the intentions in the world of advancing the timing also. But after I went ahead and did the muffler mod, I used it for a couple days, kind of like how Popular Mechanic was just saying, and there's no need for it. The saw just rips. I mean, unless you're using a dull, chain, the saw itself just rips. So the quarter-inch Pico chain, I would keep that if anybody gets one. I know that you can switch them over to the 3/8, but the clean cut that you get from the quarter-inch Pico it's unbelievable. It doesn't gnaw up little stuff. It gives you a nice clean cut. So that's why it's a really good saw for pruning and stuff. Not only the lightweight, but that chain will, you know, when you go to use like a good sharp 200 or a 201, and you go to cut a smaller branch, it'll sliver it up. It doesn't, it, you know, it crack the branch and stuff over, and you get, you know, it's all chewed up. But this saw completely different. If you're using that 1/4 inch Pico chain, it's just, it's the nicest cut. I mean, it's so smooth. But Greg, I sent a package your way today. So you and Mike, keep your ears peeled, eyes open, and Harm, I sent your package out. So let's see how long it takes to get to the Netherlands. God only knows. We'll see. But we're working on. Wanted to let you guys know that we are working on a new shirt. Custom Graphics is working on it right now, and some new slaps and stickers that I'm gonna have. We're gonna do some giveaways and some kind of game or something there. We'll figure out something, but yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more of that, and yeah, I just there's a lot of footage that you guys don't see that is still yet to be, you know, made into videos using this saw, removals I've done. I can just say that I put this saw through hell for a year. I mean, pure hell. Doing things it should have never did. And it's still my go-to saw. And it fires first couple holes. I've never had any issues with it. So, but I do every weekend, if not twice a week, bring all my saws in. You know, I purposely make sure that I switch them over during the fall or during the summer and the winter months. I just make sure everything's running right, and I go through them nonstop. If you're going to use these saws on a daily basis, you need to check them. You know, clean them out. Simply just, you know, a lot of you that go and, you know, you'll go try to fix your oiler and stuff, and a lot of times it's as simple as just taking, you know, taking a tool and scraping out your bar. You know, that bar fills full of sawdust, and then you can't get the oil can't go down it. So it's not oil in your chain a lot of times. Um, there's a lot of little maintenance that if you'll do it, personally, I feel like any steel saw is going to last you a lifetime. You're going to get a crap one every once in a while because humans put them together. We screw up every once in a while. But I own one Husqvarna chainsaw, and I would burn it right now if I had a good enough lighter. I lost my lighter. Its triggers flipped up and broken, and it's been nothing but a headache. And plus, they're a pain in the ass to work on. So, in my opinion, I don't like them. But yeah, I'm gonna work on I'm gonna work on some way for us to do some giveaways. Maybe I'll do a live feed and we'll pick someone from each live feed, and it's just sometimes dealing with the post office stuff's a pain, but I'm gonna do that a little more. So try to get more of you guys a few slaps out. I mean, especially you guys that you know do tree work, have hard hats and stuff. We're gonna have that. Custom graphics is just basically helping me with it and just gonna make them for free. I think we'll do. It's not a bunch of them, but then we're gonna promote them a little more. Send out some of theirs with them, and yeah, just try to give away a little bit more merchandise here. And I'll try to get a little bit more into doing some videos and getting some stuff edited now that you know it's getting colder out and I got some extra time. So, but yeah, 1 year of ridiculous hard use on this saw. if you're, the fence of would you buy one, shouldn't you, should you? Yeah, you definitely should. Buy it, take care of it, research it, read up on it, know your manual. Um, Lucky for me, Mike sent me the manual too when he sent me this. And I've probably been through this manual 3 or 4, 5, 6 different times. So read your manual, take care of your saw, do the maintenance on it, and it'll last you a lifetime. But definitely, for any of you tree guys, if you understand the aspect of using, like, let's say using you're out on a crazy ignorant limb and you decide, I don't want to use my chainsaw because maybe I have to hold the limb. This saw weighs half of what a 201, a 200 weighs. It's insane. So the ability to be able, I mean, I know that I don't sit here and recommend that anybody grab a chainsaw and run it one-handed, but any tree guy that's been doing this long enough knows you're going to get in them situations and you're going to use that technique. It's there. Um, so the ability to have something so small that doesn't have a crazy amount of kickback, it's light and it's easy to use. It's like using your handsaw up there, and except for way less effort. You're not jerking all over the place trying to use you just straight through. And the saw itself, I just, it's hard to believe until you hold one in your hand how light the saw is and how balanced the saw is. Then do the muffler mod and how torquey and like powerful the little saw is. It's mind blowing. But guys, I'd sit here all day and just BS with you. But like I said, I gotta go to my daughter's recital. So I'm gonna work on a couple more videos. Um, Maybe we'll go live again. I'm trying to come up with some topics and maybe do some demonstrations with some rigging techniques and stuff inside. But I have to get the right setup, so you just have to give me a little time on that. Other than that, go buy a 150. It's well worth the money. Or just call Mike Frizzle. He'll send you one. He did me? Guys, I gotta go. Don't call Mike, please. He'll kill me. See you guys next time, alright? Thanks for hanging around. See ya.